raping my black pills at the pit stop from my gangster blonde.
I just get that money, then I roll with that.
In an historic victory for labor rights, workers at the retail giant Amazon have voted to unionize.
Let's go! Do this stuff, man! Let's go, baby!
Workers at Amazon's JFK 8 warehouse in Staten Island celebrating Friday after they overcame a multi-million-dollar union-busting campaign and voted decisively in favor of joining the newly formed Amazon Labor Union, the first Amazon union in U.S. history. More than 8,300 workers at the warehouse were eligible to vote. The effort was led by Christian Smalls, who's now interim president of the Amazon Labor Union.
We want to thank Jeff Bezos for going to space, because when he was up there, we were signing people up. We was down there campaigning.
Smalls will join us in a moment. Amazon responded to the union vote in a statement saying, "We're disappointed with the outcome of the election in Staten Island because we believe having a direct relationship with the company is best for our employees. We're evaluating our options, including filing objections based on the inappropriate and undue influence by NLRB that we and others, including the National Retail Federation and U.S. Chamber of Commerce, witnessed in this election," Amazon wrote. The victory in Staten Island comes as a redo of a union election led by Amazon warehouse workers in Bessemer, Alabama, is still too close to call. The second vote in Alabama comes after the National Labor Relations Board found Amazon unlawfully interfered with the first Bessemer election last year by the Retail, Wholesale, and Department Store Union. RWDSU tweeted after Friday's vote in Staten Island, quote, "History was made today. Huge congrats, solidarity with Amazon workers from Staten Island to Bessemer and beyond," they said. Well, for more, we're joined by the two best friends who played the key role in this historic labor victory after Amazon cracked down on their grassroots organizing for better working conditions. Christian Smalls is interim president and lead organizer of the Amazon Labor Union, representing the JFK 8 Amazon warehouse workers in Staten Island, New York. He was wrongfully terminated from his job 2 years ago after he says he organized a walkout over COVID safety conditions at the height of the pandemic. Joining other workers, he wore a mask and carried a sign that read, "Our health is just as essential." At a victory party for the union Sunday, Christian Smalls was presented by his younger brother with a framed version of the sign. He's joining us now from Staten Island. Also with us in Elizabeth, New Jersey, is Derek Palmer, Vice President of Organizing for the Amazon Labor Union. He's still an employee at Amazon JFK 8 warehouse in Staten Island. And in Brooklyn, we're joined by Josefa Velasquez, senior reporter for The City, a nonprofit online news site based in New York City. Her latest piece is headlined "A Cinderella Story: How Staten Island Amazon Workers Won Against the Multi-Billion-Dollar Company." We welcome you all to Democracy Now! Well, Christian Smalls, why don't we begin with you? Can you...
All right, this is Emperial. Let me give my input and my views and spit my philosophies on this topic, on this celebrated ordeal. Once again, it's a celebrated ordeal. And shout out to Christian Smalls and Derek Palmer. Once again, Christian Smalls and Derek Palmer, the president and vice president of the ALU, Amazon Labor Union. It's good. I'm glad. It's good. It's good. Because guys like us, we blessed because we have our own business and we are entrepreneurs. We are our own bosses, but you still have a lot of young men who started off as employees, all right? Because I also started off as an employee at some point in my life, right, when I was younger. But also too, yeah, I'm coming for Jeff Bezos, fucking goofy ass. Yeah, he's a goofball. No, he ain't goofball. Goofball is a regular guy with money, and he's goofy. That's a goofball. Jeff Bezos is a goof baller. Yeah, I'm the first to ever say it. Jeff Bezos is a fucking goof baller. All right, these guys forget where they come from. All right, but once again, let's go back to these guys and give a celebration, and also fair use disclaimer. Okay.
Respond to this victory and what it took to get here, and specifically organizing at the same time your own union, the Amazon Labor Union.
Oh, shit.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for having me. Wow. Every time I hear or see those videos, it still take a lot out of me because it's unbelievable what we accomplished. We started 11 months ago, grassroots worker-led movement. Just Amazon workers, former, current, like myself, just trying to do the right thing. Once again, no resources, no major backing, just a bunch of ordinary people just coming together from all over the country. We had different people flying in to help us out. Some of the comrades that I traveled the country with, advocating with. And 11 months ago, we started something that we really didn't know what we were getting ourselves into, but we just knew that it was working for us. We were consistently talking to our workers every single day. Me, unfortunately, not being able to go inside the building. It was just a combination of me and Derek on the inside-outside game. Me at the bus stop, connecting with workers, earning the trust, building relationships. Derek actually inside the building, talking to workers every day in his department, taking over his old department. Things like that help us get us to this point. And I'm just ecstatic and excited to, be the interim president and lead us to this victory. It's wonderful to see. And I'm happy to just once again share this experience with the entire world.
So, Christian, can you go back 2 years ago to March 2020 when New York City shut down and talk about what you did? Talk about that first walkout and how you ended up being fired.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be able to do it without Derek. Derek was at that time I had no vehicle. Me and Derek, we live in the same neighborhood, close proximity of the same neighborhood in New Jersey, and we were riding to work every day. And every day I noticed somebody in my department was becoming ill, whether it was dizziness, fatigue, vomiting. Something was wrong. It was a very eerie situation in the building. We didn't have any PPE, didn't have any cleaning supplies, we didn't have any social distancing. Amazon wasn't really enforcing any guidelines. Everything was just hearsay. We tried to go through the proper channels, and then by the end of the week, after going into the general manager's office every single day, voicing our concerns, they only decided to quarantine just me and nobody else, not even Derek, the person I ride to work with. And at that moment, I knew that something was wrong. They were just using this quarantine that nobody's seen, this policy, nobody read or seen or even heard of, to silence me from organizing the workers. So I decided to take further action, break that quarantine, and hold that walkout on March 30th. And 2 hours after that walkout, that's when I was terminated over the phone.
Just to be clear, they were quarantining you, but you hadn't tested positive for COVID.
Absolutely not. Knock on wood, not even until this day, I never tested positive.
So, Derek Palmer, can you talk about what went on the inside there? You were co-workers, you went to work together every day, you're best friends. So Christian is fired. And can you talk about your decision to stay inside?
At first, it was very discouraging, hearing that Chris got fired, just for doing the right thing, for standing up for all of us. So I had a tough decision to make. And, at the time, there wasn't a lot of jobs available. So I said, you know what? I think I'm going to make it my business to organize from within at JFK8. And I feel like that played a vital role. A lot of workers were talking about Chris being scared about the coronavirus, and then ultimately speaking up about the coronavirus because of what happened to Chris and other organizers that were terminated. So I made it my business to talk to them, to ease that tension, to still let them know that, what I feel was illegal. Just organizing within, building relationships with other workers, making them comfortable, and just playing that role, until we were ready to unionize. And I think that played a key part to our victory on April 1st.
I wanted to go to this leaked audio recording obtained by the city newspaper from a meeting last Tuesday when Amazon workers met with an Amazon workforce staffing manager named Eric and an employee relations manager who presented slides on the, quote, reality of dues and the subject of union life. This is a short clip from the recording.
We talked last week about dues. Remember that dues are paid by employees, and that is the only source of income or funding for the needs of paying salaries and expenses. These things may not be anything you want, but they mean a lot to you. So will the ALU priorities match yours? In collective bargaining, just like any negotiation, sometimes you have to give a little to get a little. And what's important to you may not be important to someone else. So a union contract could leave you with the same things you have now, like vacation time, paid parental leave, wages, health benefits, 401k, career choice, and resources for living. Or it could give you more or less than what you have right now. It is important to remember that negotiations are always a give and take. To give something, you give up something. And here's why they matter. What is important to the ALU may not be important to you. They will be willing to trade your priority for one of theirs.
That's not true.
That was a worker saying that's not true. Derek.
You heard that? You heard that? Yo, these dudes, these fucking supervisors and these employees who in the corporate office or in the human resource, HR, they don't give a fuck about regular workers, man. All right? I've been there. All right? I've been there. So that's why I could endorse Christian Smalls and Derek Palmer, because Jeff Bezos and these dudes are fucking scumbags. Okay? Because even my business partners, we were talking amongst ourselves. You have people here working on Amazon. Because me, I'm a good customer of Amazon. Me, I purchase a lot of stuff. I purchase a lot of stuff through Amazon, and I have Amazon Prime. So I know it's like, especially when you have young people, especially young men of all race, especially young black men, okay? They coming up like in their teens, early 20s, mid-20s, they coming up and trying to make use of their life. I mean, instead of selling drugs or committing crime, they try to do something positive. They gotta go to work every day and bust their ass. I mean, they work like 12-hour shift, non-stop, like slave. Because I got some scoop from some people who work inside. They told me, I said, wow. Yeah. Jeff Bezos is a scumbag. Yeah, I said, Emperial, Jeff Bezos is a fucking clown. It's a scumbag, man. All these he's a multi-billionaire, and he fucking forget where he come from. Okay? I'm going to show you something right now. All right? But let us run a little more. All right? So respect my views, respect my philosophy, respect that here. Respect that I'm trying to endorse the small guy, little guy. So this is actually a Cinderella story. This is. I mean, you have like two young black men who rise up against Jeff Bezos and the multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. Okay, they rise up against them. They didn't kowtow. I told you, a lot of men were born to be lords, man. You can be a lord in many levels. Okay, you don't need no fucking jewelry and Lamborghini and red carpet to be somebody. All right, you can start from the ground and you fight and rise up against the big boys. These two men is a prime example. All right. So that means so don't be like just succumb to your goals and dreams and you just settle for a regular job and you kowtow and you kiss ass. All right. Two best friends. One get fired, sacrifice. He wasn't scared. He stand up. The second one, Derek Palmer, he pretend to be simple and Down syndrome, but he's very smart. He stayed inside, make his money, but still he was plotting from within. So he's a covert. He called this this is like a covert, like an operation. I mean, he was fighting Jeff Bezos from within, while he had his boy on the outside organizing stuff. This is called power move, man. This is what all young men need to learn. All right, any man from age 18 to fucking 35, you better learn this, man. That's where you got to move. Okay, all right, that's power move right there. All right, and I support it and I endorse it. Okay, I endorse that.
Palmer, you were in this meeting. It wasn't so clear to hear. So if you could talk about the main points that management was presenting and what this was all about.
Yeah, I mean, these captive audience meetings, they're pretty much designed to discourage workers from signing up for unions. So, what I witnessed with multiple captive audience meetings is that the message that they're trying to relay is that you can't speak to your manager once a building becomes unionized. You can lose certain benefits from joining a union. The ALU is inexperienced. All different type of points that they try to convey to these workers, which ultimately scares them. So having myself and other organizers on the inside, pretty much counteracting all the messages that they're trying to present to the workers, played a vital role. So they've had so many different other things that they were talking about as well. Saying that your personal time could be the same. You can lose pay as well. So a lot of threatening things that they were trying to do.
You heard that? It's called exploitation, bullying. Not physically, but mentally, psychologically bullying, or moral bullying. See, I told you. See, like you got these motherfuckers out here who think only them deserve the best of life. All right, you got a lot of people out here have to work hard in these fucking warehouses and shit, bust their ass and work hard every day instead of go home to a regular goofy life. That's tough, boy. That's tough. Huh? You might as well work hard for regular money, and bust your ass and work hard for regular money instead of go home to a regular fucking life. A life that is unfulfilled, is incomplete life. Okay? And then you have to come back the next day, put in another 10, 12 hours, bust the ass and grind it. Okay? Listen, a lot of channels, especially all the content creators, a lot of them. I mean, like in the black sector, only few guys talk about this. I forget his name. I'm gonna find his name. Only two black men who talking about this type of topic and reality. All right. Okay. The rest of them, they talk about a bunch of hoes and bitches all day. Woman relationship all day, man. Man, fuck relationship, fuck pussy, man. This is based on life. So if you watch the channel and you can't like this and subscribe this, then fuck you too. You heard me. I'm gonna say it again. Okay. If you can't respect this, that I'm endorsing these two young men who fight them against a global giant. Huh? If you can't like it and support it, that means I'm taking time out to recognize good things happening in life. Young men coming up. All right. These dudes ain't pushing no Lamborghinis. These dudes ain't wear no $250,000 chains and necklaces and bracelets. They're holding $100 grand next to the air like a bunch of jackasses. These dudes try to do the right thing in life, man. Huh? These dudes coming up slowly, but their name ring bells. You know why? Because they fought. Their name will ring bells all across the country, even across the globe now. Now, United States and Europe is on deck, all right? Because people calling them from all over the country, right? All right, yeah, because that's by saying because we out here this second time, man. Like some of these motherfuckers here, they glorifying all these dudes like Jeff Bezos, this one, that one, blah 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 blah, celebrities, this and that, and all that shit. But yeah, people here busting their ass every day, get fucking reality face every day, bust their ass every day, and then being recognized for their hard work. All right, so if you're gonna respect this, and even the channel is supporting this, and you can't like it, and respect it, then fuck you too, straight jacket. All right, because I'm not gonna be doing videos that's based on fucking garbage and stupidness. Whatever you call it, celebrity junk, this, that, blah, 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 same old shit. Talking about women all day, women all day. Man, I talk about life, man. That's why the channel named Emperial Philosophies and Views. Okay, the view of life itself, financial, economic, and even down to social life, dating, family, friends, life. Period. Okay, so that's what this channel is about. All right, so if you're gonna watch it for 5 minutes and respect what these guys are doing, then you fucking lame too. Fuck off.
I wanted to bring Josefa into this conversation. Josefa Velasquez is with the city. You got this leaked audio. Can you talk about the significance of this victory?
I mean, I don't think we can really understand how big this is. These guys, to their credit, really were this grassroots movement, and they took on Amazon, which is a behemoth, and Jeff Bezos, the second richest person on earth. And they really did it through their connections with the people in the facility. I mean, I think both Chris and Derek have worked at multiple Amazon sites in the last few years, and they know the people that they work with. They understand the company. You know, a lot of times when you see anti-union like messaging, it's always, you know, these outsiders are coming in, they're going to threaten the way that, you know, your work is done. But, you know, these are two individuals and many other organizers who know the nitty gritty and the details of how Amazon works. I mean, sometimes they would explain things to me and I would just stare at them like with a blank expression because it was so wonky. So the fact that not only they understood the company and the work that was being done behind it, they look like the people who work there. I mean, Amazon thrives on like high turnover among its employees. So you do see a lot of people who are very young. And it's very sort of quintessential New York with some of these captive audience meetings. You know, we've heard leaked audio previously from some of these meetings down south. But in New York, what you're hearing is people pushing back. You know, New York is a union town, but these guys really didn't have much, you know, institutional backing or support. And, you know, it is the ultimate Cinderella story.
You talked about, to say the least, Amazon being large. It's the second largest private employer in the country, right behind Walmart. And of course, Jeff Bezos, the second wealthiest man on earth. I wanted to go back to 2018, when then Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos said Amazon believed its workers didn't need a union.
Very good communications with our employees. So we don't believe that we need a union.
Fuck him. He's goofy. He's a scumbag. You know, ain't just me saying this shit. Me and all my business partners saying shit about him. We had a conversation about him probably about like 2 months ago. This dude's a goofy, awkward, fucking nerdy dude, man. And these dudes will forget where they come from. All right? Because we're young. You know, I'm gonna give him credit. All right? I'm not gonna hate on the guy. I mean, I'm gonna give him credit. I mean, he built it from nothing. Like me, like how I'm building my company from nothing. But I'm nowhere on this level financially. But I'm above the average dude. That I can say. Okay? But he started from fucking nothing and he built it. I mean, he had a dream, he turned to goal, and he turned to reality. He built it. But still, you had thousands of people who grind behind you, my boy. Otherwise, you still be stuck, have like 10, 12 employees only. Okay? And you might be making millions a year. That's it. But you don't fucking with tens of thousands of people who pushing on your products. I mean, who pushing on your products, get them early every morning. I'm busting the ass. They help you push your products and shit to consumers and customers like myself. Because I have Amazon Prime. I buy a lot of stuff for my business and also buy stuff for my trucks and cars. Okay? So come on, man. You know what I mean? So these dudes don't fucking forget where they come from, man. They come, you know? So it's okay for him. I told you. That's what I said. I don't go off track, but let me say this. Either you're somebody or you're nobody. Okay? These dudes, especially in New York don't fucking play, man. Listen, even the young ones, even down to my son, who's 18 years old, the young guns, the Gen Z and the millennials, these guys ain't playing anymore, man. These guys ain't playing. They started off making $17, $18 an hour. And they ain't playing with these fucking employees right now. They want results, man. They want results because people are waking up right now. People is fucking waking up. All right? Because people don't have time to get them every day watching the news, watching fucking TV, seeing celebrities fucking flossing shit in front of your face. You see like goofballs like goofballs like fucking Will Smith and all them, and up to Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. They floss their shit in your face every day. But yet you have to go to work every day and come home every day, and you can't achieve your goals. You stuck just paying regular bills. Okay, New York don't fucking play, man. Now guys like us, I'll be different. I mean, like we our own boss. Okay? Me, I'm not working for no fucking Jeff Bezos, tell you right now. Okay?
To be an intermediary between us and our employees. But of course, at the end of the day, it's always the employee's choice. And that's how it should be. So but for sure, we would be very naive to believe that we're not going to be criticized. I mean, that's just part of the terrain. You have to accept that. One that I tell people is if you're going to do anything new or innovative, You have to be willing to be misunderstood.
That was 2018. You have to be willing to be misunderstood. I wanted to go back to Christian Smalls. There was an internal memo that was leaked saying that you weren't very smart, and so they would make you the face of the movement, a challenge you took up in a very big way, saying, okay, if I'm the face, I'm the face.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. You know, when that memo came out, that obviously motivated me to continue advocating for workers' rights across the nation. You know, me and Derek, we traveled the country, we protesting in front of Jeff Bezos' mansions and penthouses that we can find on Google from the East Coast to the West Coast. And we decided to go back home to Staten Island. You know, once again, we were invested in this company. Derek is still invested. He's over a 6-year vet. You know, they don't realize who we are to this company. We understand the warehouses more than Jeff Bezos do. So it's funny that he said, you know, you're going to be misunderstood, because we were underestimated. We were counted out. People didn't believe in us. People thought that this wasn't going to happen. They never expected that we were going to be here. It's not just Jeff Bezos and his general counsel that didn't, you know, want us to get here. It's a lot of other people as well that claim to be on the same side that didn't believe that we would be here. So for us to be here at this moment, you know, it's once again surreal for us.
Now, you went down to Bessemer. I remember when we were doing a piece, we heard you were down there. Now, the Bessemer union organizing effort was run by RWDSU, right? The Retail, Wholesale, and Department Store Union. We're still waiting to hear the results now. On the second vote, the NLRB said that Amazon had to allow for a second election because they had interfered with the first one. Why didn't you go with, RWDSU or the Teamsters? For example, the Teamsters Union praised the workers at Amazon in Staten Island for your victory and ongoing union efforts of Amazon warehouse workers in Bessemer, Alabama, tweeting, what these elections show is Amazon workers want a union. The workers in Bessemer and Staten Island don't have to wait for the government or anyone else to tell them they have power. They're taking a stand, and Amazon can't skirt the law indefinitely. The Teamsters are excited to continue this fight against Amazon on the shop floor, at the bargaining table, and on the streets. But it is Amazon Labor Union that actually won this battle, and it's the first against Amazon to win.
Right, right. Well, once again, you know, these established unions with their resources and the money that they have, the volunteers that they have, you know, I tell everybody, they had 28 years. Amazon's been around for 28 years. You know, we done something that was unprecedented, because when we went down to Bessemer, we saw some missed opportunities with the campaign the first time. We saw things that didn't really fit what Amazon workers represent. You know, and I felt that, you know, in order to take down the machine, it has to come from within. It has to be the workers organizing themselves. And that's what we did with the ALU. We created something that resonated with the workers. We are the workers. We know the ins and outs of the company. We live the grievances. We understand the concerns. We know the language. We look like Amazon employees, especially here in New York.
That's right.
So bringing in an established union, that would have took so much, you know, time away from actually campaigning towards an election, because we would now have to educate the union on what Amazon is and how to connect with workers. And I think Amazon uses that against us. Already, even with the ALU, they claim that we're a third party. If you listen to the captive audiences, they say they're going to make the decisions for you. They try to separate us, but they couldn't do that, because we say we are all the union. All the workers together are the union. And together, we're going to make these decisions. And that's how we were able to be successful against Amazon.
I wanted to ask Josefa Velasquez about what's happening in Bessemer. You've got a very close vote. I think it's 993 no votes, 875 yes votes, more than 400 contested ballots. According to the NLRB, the National Labor Relations Board, there will be a hearing within a few weeks to decide if the challenge ballots will be opened and been counted. Talk about the difference you see in strategizing between what happened in Staten Island and what's.
All right. You heard that? The votes, right? The ballots. You're like, what? You're like 800 plus people fighting against the bullshit uprising. And 900 who was scared, still in the mind of scarcity, still in the mind of being a peasants. You know, I mean, even for these regular jobs, they fucking hold on tight for their fucking life. They're scared as fuck. Okay, this channel, this right here, this part of my philosophies of life. All is based on fucking laws of attraction. Okay, laws of attraction and manifestation. All right, these two guys, they were laughed at. Yeah, I know all the big corporate and CEOs of the industry with their little suit and tie and they fucking little accolades and fucking 7-figure fucking lifestyle. And they look at these two young men like, oh, they ain't nobody, they peasants. See, guys, pay attention to this, man. Even to all you little fucking celebrities who you guys be glorifying voicement, even down to the YouTube content creators here, they think they're above you. Even you subscribe to them and you support them, they still think they're above you because that's how a lot of motherfuckers become. All right, they think they're above you, and you just nobody, and you should just fucking applaud them, and fucking support them, and that's it. But when you fucking launch, they don't even fucking support your fucking launching path. But when you skyrocket, blazing into the heavens, then they don't jump on board and be kissing your ass, just like how Kevin Samuels blew up here on YouTube. Okay, anytime you start off from the ground, guess what? Ain't much people on your fucking side. Like me, the channel, speak for itself. All right. All right, that's how it is. All right, most people don't fucking. Most of them who are above you, who become successful, highly successful, they think that you don't deserve to be on the same level or higher. So pay attention to all this, from Jeff Bezos down to Will Smith, coming straight down to fucking YouTube content creators. Pay attention to all this fucking shit. All right.
What's happening in Bessemer right now?
Right. I think, it's what Chris said, that these are Amazon workers who are unionizing and organizing within their ranks, as opposed to, what's happening down south, where you do have a major labor union that is helping organize. And, the first time around with the vote in Bessemer, they got a lot of heat because you're bringing in celebrities, high profile politicians. That's not the people who work at Amazon. Those are people who surely, order stuff from Amazon, but that's not the folks that are inside packing up orders, shipping them out, putting in 10 to 12-hour days. So there was a disconnect there, and they had a second chance at it, and it's still really close. And, you can't discount the fact that New York is typically pro-union and union-friendly. But at the same time, to the ALU's immense, positioning, it's organizing within the ranks and understanding how this company works and the intricacies of it. For us at the, user-facing platform, it's 3 clicks and you have your product. But for the workers themselves, it's all of these different steps, all of this jargon, and you understand that, at least in New York, sometimes to get to the Amazon facility in the northwest corner of Staten Island, you have to take a bus, you have to take a train and then another bus, and it's a 2-hour commute each way. So they understand who are the workers behind this organization. And it's really, I think, a lot of the times you get the word grassroots thrown around, but this is a case where it's truly grassroots, where you have people who understand how Amazon work. I mean, Derek still works inside of the facility and saw the union busting going on firsthand. Chris has worked as a supervisor in Amazon previously. He's trained people, so they know exactly who the workers are and their grievances and how the union can help make things better.
So, Derek, what are your plans now? ALU has won this enormous victory. What are your demands?
Just having better benefits, better pay, like sick time. Those are the basic things. Also, job security. Amazon has 150% turnover ratio at JFK alone. So people that come and commute from all these different boroughs, their jobs should be secured. It shouldn't take them 3 hours to get to work, and then when they get there, they could possibly be fired. The possibilities of that are very high.
You heard that, guys? You heard that? A lot of people are sacrificing, man. Try to stay afloat, all right? 3 hours each way. And if you do decide to keep you and you wait for them, you're talking like 6 hours round trip. That's all right. I'm gonna say it again. 3 hours to get there in the morning time, or evening if you're working night shift. Then you get back home, another 3 hours. That's 6 hours of commute. Plus you wait 12 hours or 10 hours. So you're talking what? You're talking like 16 to 18 hours a day just to make regular money, right? And these celebrities here fucking, bitch ass dude like Will Smith, all them stress over the next man teasing his fucking whore ass wife about a ball of head. But yet you have people over here facing reality every day, boy. Okay? It's tough, man. So I know what it's like because I've been there. Me, because I came from the bottom. I came from the bottom, so that's why I can relate to all this shit. All right? And all the young ones over there, man, especially young men too. I want you guys to pay attention to all this, man, and follow these two gentlemen, man, Derek Palmer and Christian Small, man. Follow these two young men, and also, give me some recognition and some likes, because I'm endorsing these dudes, man. That's facts. Endorsing them, okay?
So we have to make that change, and also recruiting more workers to get involved with the union. Becoming shop stewardess. So we want to have shop stewardess in different departments, so that have workers representing other workers, and that we can create an environment where our demands, and the workers' needs are appreciated. So if you have these workers on the inside being more involved with the union, then now you create a powerful force, that ultimately can't really be stopped, and Amazon has to abide by these rules. And
Chris, do you plan to organize other warehouses? I mean, you actually have one. I mean, yours is what, 8,500 people. You have one right across the street.
Yeah, absolutely. We got another election in a couple of weeks that we are already preparing ourselves for. We're right back out there. I was at the bus stop yesterday. We're right back to the same thing we were doing.
Yep. Walmart, you next. These guys are coming for you guys next. Sound Mountain, Walmart, Sounds Clubs. They're coming for you next, guys.
Absolutely got contacted by thousands of workers in the last 48 hours from all over the country. So absolutely, this is just day one for ALU. Myself and Derek, between us, we opened up several different buildings. We want to absolutely organize those. We got people reaching out that, watched and pay attention. And I'm ecstatic about what's next. I know this is the catalyst for the revolution against Amazon, the same way it's been happening with Starbucks. So we're going to have that same effect.
And Josefa, if you can talk about the comparison of what's happening with Amazon now and with Starbucks, what we're seeing all over the country right now.
Right. And I think it all goes back to sort of the early days of the pandemic, where everyone was lauding essential workers, people who still had to work while, some of us had the luxury to work from home. And these, 7 p.m. clapouts that we had, all these people had to work through the pandemic. And suddenly from one day to the next, we sort of just forgot about it and it became in the back of our minds. So now you have this moment where people were more conscious of the working class, the people who keep us fed, the people who, deliver our coffee, deliver our packages.
Yep.
And so I think it created this moment really in history where people started recognizing the working class more so than before, especially when it comes to like tech and big companies, where now you're seeing Amazon and Starbucks having these major profit margins while their workers, are struggling to pay rent, to keep themselves fed, and are getting sick and dying from this virus. So it.
You heard that? All right. You heard what she say? Okay. I'm gonna explain something to you right now. Exactly. That's why you gotta listen. All right. Everyone is not gonna be everyone is not gonna be a businessman or business lady or entrepreneur. Some people will be employees for life. All right. That's part of life. So that's why I never knock people who have a waking job. Who have a waking job and they punch clocks, whatever. All right, because that's how we all fed and eat. All right, even as far as our package deliveries, somebody have to do it. Someone have to do it. Okay. Therefore, but these corporations, like the corporate, like in the upper echelon, they forget where they come from. They shit on the people and they think everybody is fucking peasants, and only them deserve to have a good life. I'm explaining something to you right now, right here. Let me show you. See, Just now, what you just say, right? I'm gonna say it again. Look. All right, just he says here. Pay attention to this right here.
A proud maritime nation. But the Koningshaven or King's Harbour Bridge, part of this port city's rich history, isn't big enough for Jeff Bezos' mega vessel. This steel structure was the first part of Rotterdam's iconic skyline to be restored after the city was reduced to rubble by the Nazis during the Second World War. Back then, Rotterdam Council said it would never be dismantled again. But now they've told the people there's no other way for the multi-billionaire super yacht to make it from this shipbuilder's yard in Alblasserdam to the open seas. Many Rotterdammers aren't impressed.
To be honest, I think it's one of the few more examples we got the last time, that the more monies you have, the more power you get, even though it goes against principles of the city. The city said we're not going to do it in the first place.
You heard that?
And now Bezos offers some nice monies and they're going to do it.
The council pointed out the construction of the mammoth 3-masted yacht had been good for the local economy. Some locals, like René Jongeneel, have mixed feelings.
It's twofold. On the one hand, the council said they would never part it again. On the other hand, employment is also important for Oceanco in Alblasserdam, of course. They will dismantle it again just once. Yeah.
Rotterdam Council has promised that the bridge will be put back together in its existing form, with the Amazon founder or shipbuilder picking up the bill. There is a degree of resignation in Rotterdam.
Money makes the world go round, eh?
Is what they say. He says if it's brought back in its original state, then it shouldn't be a problem. The procedure will take a few weeks and is expected to happen this summer. One Green politician called it.
All right. The reason why I'm playing this, because this is a segue into what we are talking about Jeff Bezos. Okay, listen, he spent tens of millions of dollars just to get approval from Russia to dismantle this bridge so that his yacht can float through when it's complete. All right, his yacht is almost $1 billion yacht. All right, Jeff Bezos will spend $500 million on a yacht. Plus, he spent tens of millions to Russia. I mean, so you're talking like almost $6 billion. All right, my bad. You're talking like almost $600 billion. Okay, guess what? Divided by 100. Division. All right. So if you guys have a calculator or you're just naturally smart, you divide by 100. All right. That's $6 million a piece. All right. 6 billion divided by 100. That's $6 million a piece. And each of those $6 million, he could have just cut a check for each Amazon factory. I wouldn't call it factory, but fulfillment center or distribution center for fulfillment center. All right, there's a couple here in New York. All right, so he could send he could send $6 million check to each location. So 100 location could get $6 million in bonus. All right, and be like, listen, guess what? This location. I want you guys take the check for $6 million and then share it as a bonus, like between Thanksgiving and Christmas time. All right, between late November, mid-December. Share it as a bonus and give it to everyone on the warehouse floor. Each location, that $6 million could put at least $1,000 in each worker pocket as a bonus. No, instead, he like, fuck them, nah. I'm paying them already. Because these guys have a fucking slavery, these guys have a slave master fucking mindset. Okay? So he paying them $15 an hour, $18 an hour, $20 an hour, only because he have to. All right? But the dude with them is fucking stingy. But those who is like in the corporate sector, like his CFOs, CIOs, whatever, and the ones who in the HR, whatever, they getting bonuses and stuff. All right? Every industry, every mega colossal corporations have bonuses. All right? But when it comes down to like this regular worker, All you are just a fucking peasant. So just do your job and go home to your regular goofy life. So they don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. All right, $6 billion total. Time we finish with this mega super yacht, he could have divided money into 100 times. That'll break it down to $6 million a piece. All right, so that means he could have blessed 100 of his locations, and each location got have $6 million a piece, and they share it to everyone on the floor who's on the warehouse floor. Give them this. I mean, share it amongst them, like every year, once a year, at least once a year. Boom, whole lot. All right, whole lot once a year. All right, every worker could have walk away with at least 1,000 plus in their pocket as an extra besides money what they earn it. So fuck him. All right, those are fucking lame. And next thing here too, I'm sure you too. These dudes are lame, and Jeff Bezos is a fucking super fucking no. He's a goofballer. No, a regular dude with money who be kissing ass of bitches. He's a goofball. But Jeff Bezos is a goofballer. Yeah, I'm the first to ever say that. All right, Jeff Bezos is a goofballer. Look what he's doing here. Next thing to you, I'll show you too. See it? See it? Bezos tweeted DiCaprio, Titanic size threat after girlfriend Lawrence, whatever, said she's sworn over actor. Yeah, that means she was lusting over Leonardo DiCaprio. Right here. I mean, right here. Watch it. Oh my God. Right here. You see this? Even this too. This is the next segue to next level. See, he too busy tricking on his girlfriend after his wife divorced him and she take a few billions from him, and he made it back, made the money back on the back breaking, on the sweat and tears and hard work of all the employees, put him in a position to pay back his wife after she divorced him. I mean, to replace the money that he had to pay his wife. All right, he replaced that money. What was something billion? 40? I don't know what it was, man. So don't hold me to it. I know it was in the billions of dollars. He had to pay his wife, Jeff Bezos, after she divorced him. After she divorced his goofy ass. And guess what? Because all you hardworking Amazon employees, he was able to replace the money back he lost, and he's making more. Okay, and now he here tricking on his girlfriend. I mean, she's an older thought. I mean, she's a thought in the early 50s. Look here, right for his fucking face. Right in his face, she's lusting over Leonardo DiCaprio. But meantime, he fucking exploiting all his workers. Fucking goofball. Fuck him. Goofy. Yeah, he said. I mean, thanks for watching and subscribe, motherfuckers. I love, you know.
It. A bridge too far. Anna Holligan, BBC News.
And the red pill, it's the black pill. This pill, my special vitamin brain sauce stimulant with zero risk and maximum upside. I'm going to tell you a little something about success that is the bedrock of this dirty business that no one else wants to admit. It's just one swallow away. Spit or swallow, the choice is yours.
Raping my black pills at the pit stop from my gangster blonde.
I just get that money, then